What's going on, guys? What's going on? I had to do something different. I had to do something different than I normally do. Normally, I come in, do the spin, but I had to do something a little different. Obviously, you guys are probably going to bitch because that's what the comment section loves doing it, and I'm with it. Today, we're going to be talking about something fantastic. Today, we're going to be talking about something that PlayStation fanboys were wrong about. We're going to be talking about whether or not Gamepass has helped Xbox Studios be more successful. Now, obviously, we're going to have some arguments about what is the term of successful. Is engagement number success? Is sell number success? Look, even PlayStation doesn't disclose their numbers on stuff anymore. Even PlayStation has chose not to show the PS numbers of stuff that they sell anymore. Both of these companies will spin numbers that are more beneficial to them. And you see PlayStation doing the same thing. What am I talking about? Some of you people might be asking, what is Addict talking about? Addict's talking about this. This. I'm going to put it right here in the middle. So, as you can see, Clobro has shared an up-to-date list. And we all know these information. But when I saw this, it hit me. It hit me hard. Pause. On how good these games are doing because of the accessibility that Game Pass gives you. Starfield at 10 million. 10. Out. Ghostwire Tokyo at 6 million. Out. Grounded at 15 million. Out. Flight Simulator, a game I don't care about. So I'm going to give it 1. Out. State of Decay 2, a game that came out, was busted, and it upset a lot of people. 11. Forza Horizon 5. This isn't all of them together. This is just 5. 30 million. I ain't doing that no more. My hands are hurting. Minecraft Dungeons, 25 million. Sea of Thieves, 30 plus million. Fallout 76, 15 plus million. And the Elder Scrolls Online, 22, and Halo Infinite 20 plus. Look, let me switch over here. These are fantastic numbers. I want to really go out there and I want to say that these numbers for any game, the fact that there has been over 10 million plus people grabbed them sticks and played Starfield. There's been 6 million plus people that decided to give Ghostwire a chance and play it. I mean, it's like I said, State of Decay 2 was definitely one of those games that came out, was a little rocky. But because of the accessibility of Game Pass, it was able to bounce back to some degree. And then you got games like Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online. These games are MMOs that probably gain the most from being on Game Pass because they have a more way of a service. Like, you know, they got microtransactions. They got more ways of accumulating money that's in those games. And not to mention Sea of Thieves. You know, there's a famous line in the Iron Lords podcast where, you know, King said, there's been millions of people to play Sea of Thieves. And I said, millions, King? Well, guess what, King? You were right. There's been 30 million plus people to play Sea of Thieves. That's insane, guys. You know, you can argue about the details of stuff. You can argue whether or not we should be taking engagement numbers and putting them side by side on sales. Would I do that? No, I wouldn't. I would say sales is definitely more on that list than engagement number. But I wouldn't put engagement number where other people expect them to be. People will sit there and say, oh, Addict, you know, Game Pass is just an option where people can go on and try games they don't want to play. What is the problem with that? When you are able to download a game and try it out without really putting in more additional money than the monthly subscription that you do for Microsoft, what is the issue in that? Please, someone in the comment section tell me the issue of engagement number. Sure, it's not sales number, but the majority of these games, and you can make that argument, there's a lot of games in microtransaction by Xbox Studios that have a games as a service type of model. You know, you can go Forza Horizon 5. I would say Sea of Thieves, Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls, Halo Infinite. Some of these games, the majority of these games do have some form of microtransaction that help money in the back end. But if you can look at me in a straight face, look at me with a straight face when I'm talking to you, and you could sit there and tell me that Ghostwire Tokyo is in less success it was before it got put in Game Pass. Look, Ghostwire Tokyo, I'm going to be real. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. It probably wasn't going to get a whole lot of, play without being in that service. Doesn't mean Ghostwire Tokyo is bad. It just means that that's a unique type of game that I would feel like only vies with a certain type of gamer. And is it all those 6 million people? No, probably a lot of them dropped the game. I wouldn't say a lot of them. A good amount of them probably played it. Some of them dropped it. But guess what? The people that liked it, the people that went in there and they tried Ghostwire Tokyo and they liked that game. Lord Cognito is a prime example of it. Went in there, tried it, loved it. When that Ghostwire Tokyo 2 comes out, they playing that. When that Starfield 2 comes out, they playing that. This 11 million plus people on State of Decay 2. When State of Decay 3 comes out, they playing that. That's the whole point of this, is engagement number. First off, I get it. To a degree, you want to know what sales are because you want to know the health of that game. You want to know if there's going to be continuous support. You want to know if you're going to get a sequel. Sales, knowing that sales margin, and I would say Metacritic to a point, is definitely worth that conversation because it can lead to a sequel or more continued support. If a game doesn't do well financially or critically, there's a less chance that a company like Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo are going to reinvest into that franchise and give you a sequel or more DLC to, engage interest in it. We're going to see a lot of these games come out, and I'm very curious to see how they change from these sequels. These games gives everyone hope that, look, all these people are playing Game Pass, and that's another big thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is all of these 11 games is the reason why people would stay in Game Pass. And if they continue to add to this library by being more diverse, by getting more access to certain type of games, not just games as a service, single player games, multiplayer games, strategy type of games, just giving you everything you need, people will stay in the service for large amounts of times. Large amounts of time. But anyway, put in the comment section below what you guys feel. Do you feel like these numbers are cap? Huh? You feel like these numbers mean anything? Huh? I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. But until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace. Man, see these at 30 million plus. Ain't nobody tell King. Don't tell King.